Right. Okay. Welcome everybody. So today we are discussing men versus women's value, and we kind of observe that men's value tend to grow over time. So which means that the older the man gets and the more money he makes, the more opportunities he has in terms of dating. Now, now, when it comes to women, the opposite is the case. First of all, do we agree? If we if we agree, then um, obviously we'll give reasons why we agree. And if we disagree again, it's open for discussion. So over to the house. Goldie, do you want to start? It looks like you're ready to start.
I don't
So let's
mind starting now.
go and start.
Okay.
Let's talk about the thing is that you see that like we talked earlier, we discussed earlier. Um, um, we discussed earlier about, as men get older, the pool of women that they are attracted to him tends to expand. Whereas for women, it tends to close down. Even though we talk of equality and it tends to close down. But before we go on, let me just welcome, look, some people have joined us from New York. I want to say big welcome. Some have joined us from the UK and of course Nigeria. I want to say welcome to everyone who's joining us for the first time. It's the Real Views. It's a non-judgmental platform where we discuss topical issues. And if you like what we do, please follow us on Instagram. It's Reviews 2021, and also subscribe, like, and share our YouTube page. It's the Real Views. And so we post every week. Apart from this, what we our weekly conversations, I also post like just different conversation, fitness, different things. So for those joining us for the first time again, a big welcome to all of you. So like, Golden, over to you. Let's hear you.
Okay. Thank you. So I think I'll say sadly it is correct, but not 100% that I would agree. Because before I left Nigeria, I would have thought it was like really 100%. So I want to say it depends on the environment where we are looking at this particular like what we are talking about now. But if I'm now saying from where I live right now, I would say it is not totally the case. In some areas, looking at the Black immigrants, that's people from Africa, because we came with that mentality, it is kind of still so. But if we now look at the people who are really like, this is their place, they don't have that mentality. So I'll give some examples. I know a lot of people, even me myself, I didn't get married on time. So if I were back in Nigeria, maybe it would have been a case of maybe seeing younger guys that want to take opportunity of me because I was working in Nigeria. But coming to Europe, at least I was still doing well on my own by my standard. But I met a lot of men, both young and my age and even older than me. And they were well to do. So I will not say they wanted to take advantage of me. Instead, I will be the one taking advantage of them. And they were all proposing marriage. So I would say in my own case, I don't believe in my current environment, it is like that. But looking at it from Nigeria, I would say, yes, I believe it's 100%. Yeah. Women tend to reduce their value as they, grow older and make more money.
Right. Who else wants to contribute to that? But of course, environment matters. But the thing is, I don't think the case is that we're saying that that they don't have choice or options. But I think that it is more it is more restricted, if that makes any sense. It's more limited, the options and choices women have as they get older, they make more money. I think that's the debate. Whereas for men, the opposite is the case. As the man goes older, it tends to mature and is making more money, it tends to be more stable. It tends to be more attractive to more women. And so in that you could say that his value increases. So in fact, that's what you call the SMV. And that is simply That is the what you call the sexual market value, right? And so men's sexual market value peaks at mid-30s to late 30s, early 40s, right? Which is definitely the best. And at that time, they can get they can get a girl in their 20s, no problems. Whereas for women, the XMVs or the sexual market values peaks at about 25, or if they work a little bit more, right? So maybe the late 20s. But this is when they can bag the guy with the highest value. Now, first of all, let's look at guy with the value, right? So what do women want? We're looking at, okay, I think normally women want a man. I want you to listen to, I want everyone to pay attention to this, right? So women generally want a man who other men want to be and other women want to bang. Does that make sense?
Come again, please.
Let me repeat that. So I think women do generally want a man that other men want to be, right? And other women want to bang.
In other words, a man who is, financially okay.
A man who is of value. Generally, a man who's of value, other men want to be like him. Take, for example, Jay-Z. Right? Jay-Z is everyone. Now, I would like to be Jay-Z in terms of his money, in terms of how he carries himself. Do you understand what I mean? And I'm sure a lot of men want that business acumen, the charisma and all these things. Right? So other men want to be him. And of course, other women, apart from Beyonce, want to bang him. And I'm sure it's the case for other men, right?
Can I say something?
Yeah, go on.
ROMG.
Okay, that's another example, right?
I like to scatter the dice. Then we'll start to arrange the puzzle. First of all, every human being has a person that wish to be like them, whether rich or poor.
Absolutely.
You see, these men we are calling, we are mentioning their names. All these are rich men. First of all, their riches, their money has already given them, how will I put it, a mirror for everybody to look onto them. Right. On the normal sense, when this topic was on, the first thing that really came to my mind is that we are talking about older men. It's not really about their age. It's not really about them getting older. It's about what they have, their resources. Look at Regina Daniel and the husband.
Yeah, but that's what we're saying. I don't think
it is the
women are looking for the six packs.
The riches that is actually attracting. Sugar attracts ants.
Absolutely.
Not because it's sugar, it's because it's sweet. Yeah. So these men that are aged, it's not every aging man that has sense. It's not because of their sense. It's not because of their charisma. It's because of their riches, their influence, and their connection.
You cannot, but the thing is this, let me make it, you can't get to that level of wealth or some kind of financial stability if you're stupid.
There are a lot of
you want to say that?
Yeah, there are a lot of stupid rich men.
Yes, so money rich roads.
Well, it depends on. Let's be very clear on this term of stupid. Like, so you might say they have. They might
allow me to land.
Okay, go on.
We are talking. Do you know we admire people from afar without getting close to them? Absolutely. Most of these big men we see, we look at them as Alpha and Omega. Fine, they have this business, they have this empire that are being run by different persons. Why the profit comes to them directly. But when you go in contact with this person one-on-one, you will just discover that some are very, very stupid and mannerless in the nature, that you wouldn't want to near this person, but they are successfully making it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't get there from sheer luck. Of course, luck is involved. I'm saying that they must have some level of intelligence and some level of business acumen, right? No matter how immoral they may seem, no matter how badly behaved they may seem, they must be good at something for them to be able to get to that level of wealth or success. They must be good at something. They don't have to be.
There are lots of people that have good ideas that are good in something, but they are not wealthy.
Well, that's life sometimes. That's life
That is
sometimes.
what I am trying to say. So these people, you know, when you have money, I keep saying it, whether ugly,
Yeah.
fine, big or small, if you have money, money attracts respect. Once you have the
absolutely.
money, they will start giving you titles on a normal day you are not supposed to get.
Yeah.
So that is it. When you once this we see this sugar, that is why sugar daddy exists. This reason is the reason why sugar daddy exists. Sugar daddy exists because one, they are old enough to be this girl's father. It's not because they really love them because they are aging. It's because they love them because they are financially well to do. If they really love old men, why can't they go and pick up a farmer that has 4 acres of land and say this man is old enough, he's well to do? But they will go for the ones that has the wealth, that has the connection. That is why sugar daddy exists.
Okay. Well, do we agree with this Thompson's point here? Choose about, yeah, go on.
Okay, I think Thompson made the point, but I think we are deviating a little bit from the topic.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, the topic says basically why men the richer they become, they are more desirable, and women the richer they are less desirable. My question is, you guys that are outside Nigeria, does it happen all the time like that outside Nigeria?
Look, let's be clear. We're not saying that as women get older and become more financially stable, they don't have any people attracted to them. No, we're just saying that the dating pool for them closes up a little bit.
That's why I asked.
It's not really true. It's not really true. It's not really true.
Okay, Thompson, we'll get to that your point. I'm actually going to your point, but I'm getting there slowly. So we will get to my question is, does it happen a lot more in Africa?
No, I think generally. I think
it's an African view.
It happens like 60%.
Because it is mostly, even if it happens outside, it happens mostly in Africa.
Okay,
now,
let me explain to you.
Of the time it happens mostly in Africa is because every single thing, please, no offense to the men, but most of the time, every single thing that has to border around the sexes, especially in Africa, has to do with making the women feel a little less, and then the men feel higher, which I understand. They want to have a respect kind of thing. Maybe some women can be overachievers when they get to a certain level, and maybe probably want to talk anyhow, become rude to people because they feel like they've gotten to a certain level and they've gotten there by themselves. So it's a possibility. But
nobody gets to anywhere by themselves. Point of correction.
I'm saying nobody gets
Thompson, let's choose about finish.
You understand what I mean? Like people, even if people don't get to anywhere by themselves, some people will get to a level and they feel like, oh, I did this by myself, knowing fully well that in the background, you are not the one that did it by yourself. But that's another story for another day. I'm saying basically that most of the time, the things that happen around Africa is always made to make the woman feel a bit superior.
Inferior, you want to say?
They call it inferior, like.
Right, go on. Chizaba, it looks like we've lost Chizaba. Right, I think we lost Chizaba. No, I think we still, like Chizaba said, we're kind of debating. Now the thing is,
can you hear me?
Yeah, go on. We can hear you now.
Okay, so I don't know why anybody should be intimidated by a woman who is successful unless you feel threatened by yourself. For me, that is a low self-esteem kind of situation. A woman who is successful should be like a trophy for the husband or whoever it is that is dating her. I should be able to identify with you as a woman who has enough brain or something, or you have some, like you said, Andrew, you have something you must be good at that made you to attain that kind of financial status. So why should it be that when a woman is now more financially, then the man
I think we keep losing her there.
The way you see girls are attracted to rich men, like you say, is the same way. I think actually now some men are actually attracted to women who are actually successful. It's not the way it used to be before. Yes, there was a time when you are rich like this, as a girl, you've have your own house, you have your, some men will just be like, oh, this one will be very, very disrespectful, and this one will not be able to talk to man, and they avoid you. But the times are changing. People understand. Like some men are busy saying that they cannot even stay with a woman that is not working. So how do you want to not stay with a woman that is not working, and you want the woman to not be able to attain some financial stuff? It makes no sense. So what is the woman supposed to be? A doll and stand there and push her this way she moves, push her that way she moves. So I feel like it's not the way it used to be. Basically, that's my own point. Now to go back to what Mr. Thompson was saying about, yes, there are a lot of people that are, okay, I don't have any other word, stupid, that are actually financially the way they are like, no matter how old they are, no matter how whatever it is, they are still, character-wise, they are nothing. Yeah. And the only thing that draws people to them is just that financial status. And that's why, to be honest, I've been saying, we've talked a lot about relationships on this forum, and I think that it should be the time when we should actually talk about the situation of the country, because
we are coming to, I said that one we would do like an Instagram live for that.
Do you understand?
They want to reach more, but the focus will be more, because on this forum we have people from different parts of the world, from different cultures. But I think for that conversation, I think that it's better for like just Nigerian youths. And so we do like an Instagram live for that one, where that's what I'm thinking of a day. We would plan a day and kind of market the, just market the debate to everybody, so that it reaches out to, but it's mainly Nigerian youth.
So now the reason why I'm saying that is because I feel like a lot of the time is the situation of the country that drags people, or that makes people flock around people that have money. To be very, very honest, not just women flocking around rich men. You can see how some men are becoming dummies around rich men, their own rich men that they are fellow. This, that, they'll be following.
God bless you. God bless you.
But the fact about the matter is, like in some other advanced, I'll call it advanced in the sense, because I don't have any word to say. In other advanced countries, you see that when they have their welfare and basic amenities, basic needs met, they have no business really flocking around people that have money. You know that anybody that's flocking around someone that has money, that's the person's choice. The person just wants to do it. And that's probably the way the person is. So in this kind of situation, man, I really, to be honest, like I said, it boils down to the situation of the country. Maybe when we get to that gist, I'll have an answer for this.
But the thing is, you see, it's not about situations. We're just saying that why is it that look, and this is anywhere in the world, to be honest with you, but why is it that women or men who have attained a certain level of success, financial stability, tend to attract more women, which means that in their dating pool increases, they become more attractive, right? Now, they become more attractive to women, whereas women, as they get older, the same happens for women as they get older, but the opposite, such that as they get older, the dating pool kind of decreases. It could be men are intimidated, but I think that because biologically, men are more attracted to beauty, essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, which means that, and like I said earlier, that women generally peak in terms of their beauty and productivity of fertility, right? Generally peak at about 25 or just going towards the late 20s, right? Whereas that's what I refer to it as the sexual market value. Whereas for men, it's more towards the late 30s, mid-30s, late 30s, early 40s, right? That's when the man kind of gets his money right, is more mature, and it becomes more attractive in terms of his confidence in life. He's had the experience at this point. He's more confident. It becomes more. So, but for women of the same age, even with the same status and everything, the opposite is the case. Now, why is that? Now,
I think it's the problem, is a man's problem, to be honest. It has nothing to do with the woman. It's the man's problem, because it's not the woman that's going to attract the man to herself. If you as a man see a successful woman and you're intimidated by a successful woman, how is that my problem? It's your problem.
No, but that's what
I understand. You're asking why is it. So I think that's why I said it's a man's problem. I think the men should answer this.
I think that, no, but okay. Right, we'll come to that now. Golden has a hand up. Golden, after Golden, we'll hear Thompson.
Okay. So what I really want to say, At least we, the ladies here, I can see that we are not actually that young. Maybe we can fit into this age group that he's talking about. At least we are 30s or maybe above. So I want to say practically, the number of men that were asking me out for a serious relationship, it did not reduce when I got to 30. So it's that mentality of people thinking they are counting bell. This lady is 32, this lady is 34, she has not gotten married. But actually, the number of men asking that lady out, it does not drop. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can ask the women here. I'm sure they'll give you practical example. It doesn't drop.
No,
okay.
It even increases. It even increases.
It's increasing.
Even when I even get married, even double.
Right. Let me
the women ask us directly. Yeah, let us tell you.
Ladies, let's not rush. Let's calm. The numbers are increasing. Listen, but how many of them want to marry?
That one is another topic.
No, that's what we're talking about.
Look,
you said attracted to, you did not say want to marry. Yeah. The question was attracted.
Would you not marry someone you're attracted to? Guys generally want to smash, let's be honest.
So you were talking about the dating pool.
Okay, let's be clear. Let's be clear. Golden cheese about my mother is here. I cannot use certain language. So, but generally, look, women are never short of attention. But the issue is are they putting a ring on it? That's what
business.
No, oh my God. That's the issue. What is, look, you're thinking of attraction. Of course, there's attraction for them to smash. But the question is, when the man wants to settle down, will this settle down with the woman who's older and richer, or will this settle with the young, prettier girl? That's the question.
The question now is,
why is that?
It used to be the way you are saying. It used to be the way you are saying then. I'm telling you that right now, it's not that same way. Do you know that right now, if I can speak for some Nigerian men, right now, a lot of Nigerian men are running away from the young girls because they feel
God bless you. Now you are
look at them as liability. Like you just come and this will say what you want, is hair you want. No serious. Do you understand intention for our life?
Can we? But let's talk about. We'll talk of, look, of course there are situations and there are exceptions, right? But the thing is, I'm talking ideally, in an ideal scenario, right? With those men pick those other women, with those women pick those men. Do you understand what I mean? But let me, Thompson, your hand was up. Let's hear you, and then let's hear your view, and then let's go.
Please, just in fact, I don't know if I go towards what this Mrs. What's her name? What she said. If I go there, it will now open another page for a different topic entirely. Do you know why most guys are scared of dating richer women? First of all, how many women are really submissive? I'm coming. Do you know? So sorry to say, I'm not going to group this. I'm not going to generalize this thing. If you give women the same chances, financially, every otherwise chance, with the same rights men have, you will discover that the women that are submissive are not even up to 10 in this generation. A woman that is well to do will really show you her true nature, because one, if she can afford it and you tell her, please don't get this thing, she will still get it. That when she does not have it, she will obey you. But when she has it, she will not obey you.
Okay.
That is another problem. I want to answer. Please let me finish. Please, sir.
Okay, go on.
As for me, I am very, very good with older women. I have never in my life.
Please, those of you with aunties in the village, from 50 and 60 above, let us let's send their phone numbers to Thompson.
Let's be realistic. It is not. There are things, sir. There are things I can hit my chest to say. As little as €1, convert it to naira. I have never collected it from any woman since I was born. I have my reasons. It is not really about the money. One, it's about my psychology, how I started my life. You understand? I started with an advanced woman. I would say she took an advantage of me. Then while me, I was trying to be boiling, like I don't be big man. while she was taking the advantage of me. So that thing really affected me now that I am very smart and faster with older women in getting a relationship or enjoying a relationship compared to younger
Ladies.
girls of my age or lesser. One, the stress, or how will I put it? I'm not matured. I will still be going two blind people going in one direction. I have come to understand it doesn't work. Two of us will fall into a pit. So,
but
okay, I'm listening.
But the issue is this: ideally, women, like I just said, women are attracted generally, and ladies, please correct me if I'm wrong. Ladies are generally attracted to that guy who other guys want to be and other ladies want to bang. Let me explain.
I don't know.
Let me finish what I mean by that. Now, a guy that other guys want to be and other ladies want to bang clearly has some kind of value. Am I correct? Do you understand what I mean? So generally, women, I don't think women want, and ladies again, please correct me, women do not want a man that they want to mother. If anything, women want a man who can be the leader, who can lead, right?
That is not true, sir. That is not true.
Okay, Thompson, let's hold. Let's ask the ladies.
Every girlfriend,
Thompson, you're not a lady. Let the ladies answer. Then we'll come back.
In most situations,
am I right or wrong?
In most situations, it is true. Now, that being said, everything is not 100%. There are a majority of people who want. There are a majority of people who want a man, who wants somebody who is going to be the head of the family, someone who is going to take charge, make rules, control, make sure that the home has a system, a sound grounded system, which is the majority of what women want. There are some women who don't really look out for all that. They just want a partner, somebody who they can together with build with, move and
but the thing is though, this partner cannot be a child. They can't mother this partner. They want a partner who
actually some women that are looking for men that they can mother. That's what I'm telling you, that everything is not 100%.
God bless you.
But we don't have to trace that back to childhood trauma. That's a lot of another look. Especially, I'm going to especially for those of us who are not within the Nigerian or African culture and who are part of this. Okay, within the Black culture, look, there are a lot of conversations our parents are not ready to have in terms of childhood trauma. Do you understand that there are a lot of conversations our parents are not even they're not ready to have this conversation. So look, this issue of looking for who to mother, it could be, if you trace it back, there is some kind of trauma somewhere at some point. But or it might just be personal choice. That's
exactly personal choice.
Generally, what we're saying is general. Just like men, again, generally, men are more attracted to women with feminine traits. Women are generally attracted to men with masculine traits. Right? Now, Blessing's hand is up. Blessing. Hello.
Yo.
Yeah,
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, go on. Let's hear you. Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So, what I want to contribute is, for women, women, we grow to a stage where we meet our menopause.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can. Go on.
Why for a man even at 60 can still impregnate again, no matter the money he has or the woman money she has. So once a girl gets,
even 5 minutes after a man is dead, it can still work.
Some minutes after a woman is dead, so the eggs can still be taken and fertilized.
Have you seen better mechanic that will force the menopause out?
Yes, but the thing is, it's not as easy. What can I let me talk now?
Let's go on, continue.
Okay. What I'm saying is, I love our women.
Right.
Okay, we women, when we get to 30, most of us are already like, I'm looking for my life partner. I want to get married. I want to do it. You get.
Right.
We start looking for somebody to settle with. Right. For most men, even now, I know many men that are not married and they are not searching right now, even in their 40s.
Right.
You get. But it's hard for a woman, even in her 40s, not searching for a partner.
Okay.
And women out there, yes, fine. But let's count the majority, please. Because she wants, especially a woman that has not given birth. But sometimes it comes to a point where they will like, okay, even if no man gets married, let me just get pregnant and give birth to one child. But for a man, most times it's not like that. I think that is another point, another area we should look at. When the older men are going for the younger girls, while the older women, the older a woman gets, attraction reduces. That's kind of true, though. The fact that some men prefer older women, but in the main true reality, you get, no man wants a woman who wrinkle is coming from her family, is coming out from her body already, falling breasts. Everybody wants fresh food. So more of the talk say these days, yes, our girls these days, their character are out of no shape. But the truth is that if you see a girl that is young, fresh, and well-mannered to put in home, that is the girl you go for. True or false? Okay. So that is what we are talking
true,
about.
But the thing is, let me quickly, Thompson, before you go, let me quickly correct your notion there. Now, Blessing, it's not, look, there are women who, and I know people like that, right, who out of choice say, look, I don't want to get married. I don't want family. I don't want kids. I want to, So it doesn't matter that it's not every woman again, but generally I understand what you say, but it's not every woman who at 40 or 50 who says, oh, I have to get somebody. No, not generally, no. So it's not, is it the same for men as well?
Yeah,
but again, I don't want us to keep...
generally. That's what I'm saying, majority. Yes.
Like the reason why it's even like that, Seth, to even start with, sorry to butt in. The reason why it's even like that, even it's societal, to be honest. If your family members are your aunties and your uncles and everybody are not telling you when are you going to get married, when are you going to get married, trust me, a lot of women would be at that stage where they'll be telling you they don't want to have kids, they don't want to have families.
She's about the same for men. This is exactly what we're talking about: childhood trauma and about cultural expectations. Listen,
exactly.
About things that our parents force us into without even realizing. And I said, look, a lot of our parents are not ready for this conversation. Mistakes our parents force us into that would then make, and deep down, you don't want that, but because your parents are, well, this is what society says, this is what society
exactly.
You see what I mean? But that's a conversation for another day. Thompson, let's hear you.
Can I say something? There was a statement there's one thing I want us to know. If a man truly has a woman that loves him, that woman becomes your mother. In every marriage, the woman is a mother to a man. Forget all those initial gra-gra. It's a lie. A woman becomes your mother. And my sister, I want to correct you. You said something about sagging breasts, about shrinking. If many women could take care of themselves, look good and clean, young guys will hit up on them. I'm telling you, because
good point you raised. Now, when you say take care of themselves, young guys will hit on them. Now, when you're talking about taking care of themselves, you're talking about physical features, right? Am I correct?
Thank you, sir.
Now, that would also mean, that would also mean that keeping those features is for them to look younger. Am I correct?
Not for them to look younger, for them to just look attractive.
Let me finish.
Okay.
But the attractiveness is generally, I want to put into this, it's generally tied to youthfulness or to youth. Does that make sense? Attractiveness is generally tied to youth. You can see, you see people who are generally, if you see kids, they're always very beautiful when they're young, or they're so cute. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you are right.
And a girl gets to 21, still pretty. That's what we say. They are fresh, right? Young and pretty, right? Attractive. Do you understand? And then once it goes 30, the wrinkles are coming. They're now classed as, because of those wrinkles, classed as less attractive. So when you talk about this issue of they take care of themselves, again is about youth attractiveness, and again attractiveness is tied to youthfulness.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go on.
There are some women that are naturally dirty. Let's be. I'm just being realistic here. There are women they just get to some certain age, and this thing is affecting many of sorry to say, many of the African women, once they are married, they will just relax and say, hey, I've got you to this bus stop. Nobody's looking at me. You will just leave your breast like Methuselah BS. Everything will just look flappy. You are not taking care. You look winking.
Again, we keep going back to the fact of
sir, what I'm trying to say, you don't need to put the mind of, if I am looking good, a guy will come for me. Just look good for yourself. When you look good, that is, comes to Europe here. Do you know that many of our black brothers, they just choose, not for the paper. I'm telling you, I have that experience. I have never dated any woman because of paper, but I've never dated an African woman all my life in Europe. Because you see those aging women, they just need peace. All they just need is they just need this comfort. They need everything. They don't need stress. They will not stress you for long. They will just say, you, babe, this thing is this thing, and it's simple.
Okay.
But
when they were young,
age, we like want that. To go round. They will go round like this, go round. And all this round. They are taking
roundabouts.
All this roundabouts, they remove one yes, one bar for man. And not all men need it. Me, I don't need stress.
Okay.
I don't need it.
But I think we've talked about it before. Generally, men, we talked about what women want and what men want in relationships. And we said generally, men just want peace. We don't want drama. Generally, men want peace. And so does women. We keep, you see, I keep going back to this point. Blessing, can you mute your mic? I keep going down to this point, going back to this point of women taking care of themselves, right? And I said, just look good, take care of themselves. And I said, looking good is an attribute of youthfulness, right? And if we are trying to looking good, that's because we are attracted, generally men are attracted to youth, right?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Interesting conversation. Please let me quickly chip this in. Hi, Golden. Let me quickly chip this in. This looking good we're talking about.
Yeah.
Are we talking about my generation? Because I don't think we are still here. For me, I think my generation, or rather, let me say the people around me, maybe I'm not seeing this kind of people you guys are talking about. Right now, in 2021, we have passed this level of women should look good, though, because me, all the married women around me, they are looking good. In fact, we are in a competition with each other every day. Absolutely. Nobody is like these days. I don't know the people that are around me. For me, or in my circle, in my church, in the places I go to, in my office, the married women are even hotter than the single ladies.
God bless you.
So I don't even know. I don't know where all this other type of married women you are talking about.
Okay,
because in 2021, ladies have taken the bull by the
horn. They've upped their game. Exactly.
They've upped their game. Even married women do their bomb. You know, this bomb thing, raining, the boob thing, people
and
now do this thing.
That is where they are losing their respect. You will just do boom like that is standing in show glass.
But they said you guys want bomb that will stand. You want boobs that will stand. So people are not spending money.
No, women. See, you are dressing hot, but you are not dressing
people
responsibly.
Are doing boobs and bomb every day.
Okay. Let's right. I think this is we keep missing the point. Now the issue is this. Sandra, you've raised an issue that this day and age, women have upped their game in terms of looking good, right? That's what Sandra said. Now the thing is,
that's what I said.
Yeah, but why do you think that is?
Yeah, you're tying it down to the youthful. I understand attractiveness.
Exactly. No. I think we keep leaving the topic. But is that because as men get older, become more financially stable, the dating pool increases, which means there is competition, which means that the man at this point is getting older, he's more, he now has even younger women coming after him, right? And again, we already agreed that attractiveness is kind of, or good looks is tied generally to youthfulness, right?
Not youthfulness.
But you know why? This is sorry to interrupt you, Thompson. This is one thing. We like saying things that we see and forgetting that underground there are a lot more other things that
bless you. One bottle of water for you.
Wait, do you know that you actually know? Yes, Thompson, I know you have a point, and I'll allow you make that point. But let me not make the point you want to make. Let me make another point. You do know that there are actually some women that are very successful. There are actually a lot of women that are very successful that we have young boys attracted to. Now, that being said, the rich men that have young women attracted to them are the women attracted to them for what? Their riches, their money. So
God
in other
bless
words,
you.
there might be no love there or whatever. Then the rich women that have young boys being attracted to them too. It's the same thing for their money. So let us not make it look as if it's only the men that have.
But let's pause. Choose about. But the question is this: forget about the situation. I'm talking now. Ideally, will those rich women want those young boys? Or listen, don't rush, Thompson. Will those rich women want those younger guys who are broke or in school or whatever? Or would they ideally, again, I'm using the word ideally emphatically, ideally want men who are of the same status or richer, right? Who are more mature and older. Let me finish. Whereas, do you understand what I mean?
I understand.
And then the question then is, those men that they ideally want, will those men be going for them? Or they will be going for the younger, fresher, beautiful girl?
Can I say something?
Like you said, ideally, I want a big bomb, but I don't have a big bomb. I can deal with whatever it is I'm dealing with right now. So there's ideal and there's reality. Now let me give you this.
Exactly. So these issues we keep talking about, we see when rich women who date younger guys. That's a situation. It's a situation. It's not the ideal. If you ask them the ideal, what they ideally would want, they'll tell you, I want a guy who's a few years old. I'm 40 years old. I want a guy who's 43 or 44.
And I'm telling you that right now in this generation, it is beginning to happen. Sorry, let me bring this example to you right now. Oga Thompson, sorry, just give me 2 seconds or 2 minutes or 1 minute. There's something that's happening right now on social media. I just saw there's this lady that they call her CEO. She's an interior decorator, Ehi, or what's her name? I think Ehi. She's an interior decorator, a very big one for that matter. She's very well to do. She has the chains of businesses. They always tag her to marrying or dating rich men or men who already married or however the case may, or divorced. I don't know the story. I don't care. Yeah. Right now, they just said that she found another man who is as rich as she is. Do you understand? And like, if possible, richer, but they said, oh, he's a divorcee. So this is the third person she's married to or dating that we know, quote unquote. The first one she had a child for, the second one she had a child for. Now this third one has now come in, and these people are billionaires, and she's equally a billionaire. So why didn't that man go looking for? Obviously, we know that ideally as a billionaire, if he's divorced like they say he is, he'll be looking for fresh people around the place now. No be so. But he went ahead and married, and is married to somebody who is ideally as rich as he is, who has had a baby for a first person before, had a baby for a second person before, or even third person. Now he's attached to her. So that's why I said
can I be cynical there? Can I just point out something? Why do you think that is?
That's my question. I'm now saying,
good. Let me tell you what that is.
Things are happening now. We don't know why they're happening, but they are happening.
Chizaba, let me tell you what that is. Because he's a very smart man. He's protecting his wealth.
God bless you, sir.
No, let me finish.
Bottle water for you.
Do you understand? Now, he's a very smart man. He's protecting his wealth, right? Because he knows. But if you ask him what he's attracted to, right? What he's attracted to, ideally, the kind of girl he will want, a 25-year-old, nice curves, no kids, no previous. Do you understand?
I understand.
Someone said you know what? I read it somewhere. Someone said a power couple is when 2 hustlers come together. Not one hustler and one leech. No.
Thank you.
But still, that can and would not make them a perfect couple.
No, absolutely. That's what I'm saying to you. I'm not saying, look, these are situations that are allowing for this. But ideally, would he? Why do you think a lot of rich men meet a young girl and they say, look, you have to sign prenup because they're protecting their wealth? It's either that or I will go into marriage or a partnership with someone who is equally as rich so that my wealth is protected. Do you understand what I mean?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with people protecting their wealth, however they want to protect it. I think there is a man and a woman for every person, and you must hope or do your best to at least stay alive and be hopeful until you meet the person.
Can I say
I don't think it's a wrong thing for
Thompson,
2 billionaires to fall in love with each other, or 2 millionaires. If they found themselves and they are the same level in life and they like each other, then they should feel free to go ahead and do what they want to do with each other.
But the thing is that, look, I think, was it Anthony Joshua who said once, they were asking about marriage and relationships, and he said, you do, and I kind of agree. He said, do you know that marriage or long-term commitment is a political decision? It's not for love. Love is never enough. Love is never enough.
I agree that love is not enough. Whatever else you think is enough to ask, please go ahead.
That's what I'm saying to you. The thing is this, right? We're not talking of situations, right? We're not talking of the situation. We're saying, ideally, though, why is it that a man's dating pool increases and broadens or widens as they get older and more financially stable, whereas women at the same level, the same financial stability, that dating pool decreases? And all we've talked about today is, this situation, but I'm saying ideally. Yeah, Thompson, I agree. Thompson is saying the table is done. Thompson, let's get you going.
Can I say
yeah, go on.
Please, do you know when we talk about these richer women, if they really want the men, do you know, men, this man as a nature is so blessed. When a man is taking a younger girl, it makes the girl, how will I put it? It escalates the girl so matured with that mineral resources he has. If a young man is taking an older woman, it makes that older woman calm down. She starts to bloom. Have you seen older women dating younger guys? They look very fresh and healthy. Who has seen? There is a point I want to bring.
No, but you are the one who has the experience, like you said. So
I have seen. In Africa, I want to bring a very clear statement. If you see a new widow, she will look very strange at the beginning. Immediately at the point in time she hooked up, you will see her start shining. Do you know, even if a man is not giving you money, he's giving you natural resources, you will glow. Whether you like it or not, your skin will change. Many women...
natural resources, I don't understand.
That's not
I'm coming. We are talking about what the women actually want from the younger guys. They believe younger guys are well able. Some just need them for their sexual satisfaction. Some just need them like younger guys look fresher. They want to catch them young, the fresh meat. They need fresh guy. They are tired for papa, mama. They just need renovation. They want to get along. You understand, they need this young vibe. Why some? It is just their mentality. Like me, there are other guys that have this same experience. Like me, if I see a matured woman that is single, from a distance, I will know. Because one, I have been into that league. There are other women that are rich. When they see single guys, they will know. Why Nigeria? There is this shame. This woman, they carry this small boy, your picking mate. You know the shame. It is their problem why many rich older women in Africa, they are locking up. They don't want anybody to body shame them. But in Europe here, they don't know age. There is nothing like age.
Thompson, right? I think Golden, your hand was up. But Thompson, before Golden comes on, let me kindly ask. You know these older women that you are attracted to, that you like. Now, if given the chance, would you marry them?
I will. There is no, we are talking about monopause. Now, me the tell person, say, get food where woman go chop, better food. Monopause go rush, come out. Fast. I am saying it. It's not joke. People, we are talking about science. We are talking about it. It's not everybody that is like, I want to born. Many people are not even thinking of having children.
Absolutely. I'm saying that as a man, are you attracted to looks, beautiful women? Yes.
I'm attracted to, how will I put it, a lively spirit.
Okay. But generally, that's another, generally, so what you're saying is it doesn't matter how they look.
No, at least now, not be say she'll carry food of yesterday go there mouth. She will carry this. No, she must at least now. No, let's
okay. I think, Thompson, I think you are an exception to the rule, if you like. As long as you know.
Thompson is not only an exception, there are many men like that, to forget.
I'm just saying, it might be, of course, there are exceptions, but generally,
that's true. You're right.
There are many men like
even if she does not have money, just have that happy spirit. Be positive minded.
Thompson, let me ask you this. So you meet an older lady who's let's say 40 or 45.
No, if you think that is young, you can take it to 50. I don't have problem.
Okay, 50.
Yeah.
Or 45, right?
Okay.
And the girl who is 25. Both of them have lively spirit.
I like your idea.
Both of them have lively spirit. Both of them are clean. They don't leave food from yesterday on their mouth. They are both clean. If you had to choose, who would you go for?
Presently, two of them cannot have the same thing. Do you know why?
I'm coming. One has experience, the other one does not.
The only difference is one is 25, the other is 45. If you had to pick, who would you pick?
Definitely there must be difference, but for me, I would go for the 45.
Experience. God bless you, Thompson.
Do you know why we go for? Do you know why we go for the 45? Do you know why I will go for the 45? Listen, the 45 have tested the ups, down, and low. She has seen everything in life. But you see that 25, you can marry. See, one thing I keep telling people, it's not by marrying, it's by staying married. There are many people that they will tell you, hey, I am married, this is it. My dear, when the Olympic race start coming, you will see, let's be positive. A lot of people have been there, they come out. Where did this statement come from? I get her before. I get her before, not before.
I got her before, not before 40. But
you see people that have been there, that have the experience, that have the idea, nothing shakes them.
But
again.
also bear in mind, that a woman of that age, for example, would also come with baggage. So which means that the point I'm making is that no, either way you go, they have their own baggage or consequences, if you like.
The
right?
baggage of an older woman, of an advanced woman, is more of the future. I'm telling you true.
No. They will have baggage from the past, whether it's ex-husband.
See, there are even young girls. Have you not seen girls of 21 and they are already having exes? 21, 19.
No.
They have exes already.
Of course, we're not. I'm just saying
Oh, God bless you.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's where other factors come in. But I'm saying generally. Now, Goldie, your hand is up. Let's hear you.
Yes, I think one of the reasons why we have such talk show like this is for us to correct notions and notions that are not right. So when I keep hearing you keep repeating, so why? Like, is this ideally. So I just want to bring this point that we are the ones who define ideal. And I tie it to a Nigerian factor or an African factor. So such shows like this, let's try and change that notion from people's minds. It's not ideal anymore. At least we have a lot of women on this show right now. We've proven to you that it is not more ideal, and I think you should take us for real. Let's change that notion.
I'm just saying, I'm not. This is not my opinion. I'm just saying generally.
Yeah,
generally.
I understand.
Generally, so is it why? I mean. What I'm saying is generally men, that's with the topic today. I'm saying, why is it that as men get older, the dating pool increases, and for women it tends to shrink, right? What we're now saying is actually it's changing.
Yeah.
Right. But I don't say, well, it's changing, but the examples we've all given tend to be situational.
I'm not alone. No, somebody's looking for an older woman, so we are many in this league. Come, we will meet you after this.
Okay, let me tell you something. I will have a dating site soon to be hooking people up.
See, I have had
See?
experience.
Okay, Friday, don't worry. The dating site is coming. By the time the dating site come, I will inform everybody.
Please read, sir, because I am.
He said he's
Your
part of the
girls
younger one.
have a lot of troubles.
But listen,
Troubles.
this is the whole point of the
Thompson,
conversation.
relax.
This
Let
is
me
the whole point of the
Thompson,
conversation.
don't go marry another woman and start going out for a second round with a 16-year-old.
Forget older women are
not
sharper.
doing well.
Say one.
An excuse to shit. So you supposed to
Can I
think
say
well.
something? Can I say
I'm not
something?
marrying 50 years and 45-year-old. You will not go and shit with a 20-year-old girl outside.
Blessing, listen.
When I relax, so
Blessing, listen.
So hold on.
Who has an experience has an experience. Age does not take their experience from them. There are many young girls that are log of food.
sure.
There are
Please.
log of food. I'm
Mhm.
telling you the truth. They will just lie down there, relax like somebody that Undertaker did the rest.
Please, we're
They will just be
digressing.
there. That is the truth.
Okay.
Sorry, one last thing, please.
I think we're coming to an end now. The thing is, this is the main reason why we have this, and I'm thank you, Goldie, for bringing it up, for bringing this up. This is the main reason why we have these things, is to change these notions and narratives, right? And so what we say therefore is, and that's what we've come. I mean, that's the conclusion of this. That's we've come to arrive at the fact that it is not like it's no longer. It's now equal essentially. Like as women, excuse me. As women age and become more financially stable, the dating pool doesn't shrink for them anymore.
At all.
If anything, it's increasing. In fact, it's as equal to the men as, it's as equal to the men, right? So that's what I'm saying. So that notion of them shrinking is, I think it's a wonderful thing. And I think that's something I'm taking off from today. So it doesn't necessarily mean that because women are getting older and more financially stable, they should then be scared of dating. No, what would they saying is, look, actually, times have changed. Things have, the dating pool is increasing because men, again, the men who they can date is actually now, it's a whole broad spectrum of men they can date.
Yes. The older the wine, the sweeter it becomes.
Well, this is so that's what I'm saying. This is all about learning and picking up on these things. So I think it's been great today. Thank you very much. Does anyone want to contribute? Anyone else?
Please, I just want to say one thing very fast. For our single men on this platform, I want to use the opportunity to tell you that my friend Sandra, she runs a single network, but a Christian network. So if you're interested in finding your partner, you can also
Sandra, can you leave on the chat? Can you leave like your contact details, your emails?
Yeah, we only looking for Christian guys, though. Christian guys.
Love is
Wait,
we
now we still there in our clothes. We only change our clothes.